let's talk a little bit about the IRA and the oceans. The Independent Analytical Report Climate Action Tracker said this month that the signing of the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act, marks a radical shift in US climate action, so they are impressed with it and could send a powerful message to other countries that are currently behind in meeting the emissions targets set by the Paris Climate Agreement, but noted that under the law, the US will still be at a distance from its 2030 target of 50 to 52% below carbon emissions from compared to 2005. And they say that the country's climate action was on the border between insufficient and almost sufficient. That's with this bill. So with this bill, maybe almost sufficient. And look, there are some things where almost sufficient might be acceptable, but like the ability of the earth to sustain our species and produce food and all that, that's not a thing that you want to be on the borderline with. And any of these different disaster scenarios that are being sketched out they're gonna be rough for people in the US, yes. But as you pointed out, they are going to be way worse, way sooner for like hundreds of millions of people, if not billions of people in other parts of the globe. And if we think that we can just weather that because, hey, we're in a richer country, no, this is an interconnected world. We're not simply going to read about it on the news. It is gonna affect us in a very real sense. Any other thoughts, Jordan, before we close things out?
Just the people who are close to the levers of power are gonna be totally insulated from these effects for a very long time. If the price of food goes up, the wealthy are going to be able to afford that. They might be frustrated or complain because they're greedy and they want to spend as little as possible. But at the end of the day, all their needs are going to be met. So they're not going to, suggest that we do anything, let alone demand action. And unfortunately, people who don't have those same means are going to struggle. You're going to, from crop production to animal agriculture to wildlife to, like you're saying, food from the ocean. Like this is all things that would impact different parts of the world in different ways. And because people who have their hands near or on the levers of power are disproportionately wealthy, it's just they're not going to feel the same urgency, unfortunately. And many of them are just going to be dead before we even see it. So why would they do anything? They get theirs. They can pass on more money to their kids, and this cycle continues.
Yeah. Well, if you are watching this right now, either live or on a clip, thank you for watching a clip about this issue, because not a lot of people do. That's what we've learned over the last few years, but it is critically important. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.